Welcome to Tasting the Tri-State. Thanks for joining us as we travel the Tri-State finding the best local restaurants in the area. Meet the people who started them, the chefs who make the delicious cuisine, and the patrons who love it. Our goal is to make you hungry, so you too will go out and taste the Tri-State. Today, join me, Laurie Manor, at DiLegges Italian restaurant on North Main Street in Evansville. You'll meet Dan Dilegge and his wonderful staff. They're famous for their favorites.
It is fettuccine alfredo.
Eggplant parmesan, best in town.
This spaghetti, it is so authentic and so delicious, and you have to add a meatball on it.
That's part of the fun. The food's great, and that's why we pretty much come every day.
When we come back, we'll talk with Dan Dilegge and the DiLegges event coordinator, Emily Brinkmeyer, right here on Tasting the Tri-State, brought to you by Expressway Dodge.
Tasting the Tri-State.
Tasting the Tri-State, brought to you by Expressway Dodge.
Ed, what are you doing up here?
I'm here to demonstrate just how low we can get the prices at expresswayonline.com. Get it? Expressway Online?
Shop all 7 Expressway stores anytime.
10 brands and always the largest selection of vehicles in the Tri-State.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Oh yeah, I got this. Whee!
That really had to hurt.
For a world of antiques and collectibles that you have to see to believe, visit Finders Keepers Vendor Outlet Malls. With locations in both Princeton, Indiana and Madisonville, Kentucky, there's something for everyone. Browse from collectibles, antiques, toys, clothing, tools, furniture, primitives, and more. You'll be impressed with the unmatched variety and selection. Stop by and indulge yourself. Finders Keepers Vendor Outlet Malls, now with 2 locations. 1609 West Broadway Street in Princeton, Indiana and 1092 Thornberry Drive in Madisonville, Kentucky.
They're moms, dads. They're part of your community. They live on your street. They employ your neighbors. They're America's 12,000 Allstate agents. They live near you, they know what you need, and they're there to help protect you, to put you in good hands. There's an Allstate agent right here in your community.
Call Dan Jost, 421-1925.
At IBEW Local 16, helping business in the Tri-State is an everyday thing.
We wanted the new arena to be built right, safely, on time, and under budget. So we turned to IBEW Local 16 to get the job done.
At the Acropolis, we use IBEW Local 16 electricians. They do a fantastic job for us.
How can IBEW Local 16 help your business today?
Welcome back to Tasting the Tri-State at DiLegges. Here are Dan Dilegge and Emily Brinkmeyer.
Okay, Dan, how did DiLegges begin? How did the whole restaurant start?
Well, I'd always talked about having a bar, and then that turned into a restaurant. We were managing the Knights of Columbus. I was out there about 6 years. Kept bringing my family, more and more of my family into it.
Into the restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did the bar and the restaurant out there. And the time was just right. We wanted to do it, and Gina was ready, I was ready. I wouldn't have jumped into it without Gina. So we did it. My parents were ready to retire. They retired. And then they really went to work because they helped with the restaurant. My mom did the books. My mom was an accountant, and she had her own business on the side. My dad had worked at Whirlpool for over 40 years, and he helped her a lot in her business, helped us here. He was all the time coming in, putting a lock on the door, or doing this or that, just anything. And then we started cultivating these little Dilegges, like when Emily was little, and
grew her into the banquet manager.
Right.
And the banquet now, next to DiLegges, you have Sunday brunch, for example. Tell me what's on the Sunday brunch buffet.
Oh, we change it. It's the same but different every week. Okay. So We do a couple breakfast casseroles that we put out, but we change it every week. We do different hash browns every week, bacon, sausage, biscuits, gravy. We always have fried chicken.
Okay, nice.
Homemade mashed potatoes. And then we change the desserts out. We also put another type of meat out with vegetables every week. So it's the same but different. So it's a variety.
Do you put Italian?
We do. We
dishes?
put a couple of our pastas out every week also.
Sure.
And that
You have
changes.
to.
We have to. Yeah. The people come in expecting it, but yeah.
You also have meetings and events here in the banquet
all the
hall.
time.
That's great. So somebody could have a meeting of a
Rehearsal
club.
dinners
Oh, sure.
Are really popular. We do seat up to 100 people. So
North Side Kiwanis is here every
Kiwanis
Tuesday.
is here every week.
It gives them a place to come and keep meeting throughout the year.
When everybody thinks of Italian, they think of DiLegges. I mean, that is just, you've become such a great Italian restaurant staple of the tri-state. Now, you're from Evansville originally.
From Evansville.
And you're Italian and you're German.
Italian, German. My mother, her grandmother, is from Evansville. She's the German. That's the German side of the family. My grandparents on the Italian side, my father's side, are from migrated to Waterbury, Connecticut, and
from Italy.
From Italy, Penedomo.
Belledomo.
Pinna. Pinnacle. Top dome.
On the mountain.
Top of the dome. Top of the mountain.
Okay.
And it is the top of the mountain. And
350 people, did you say, live in the town?
yeah, 350 people. And I have been to the mountains, and it was so emotionally moving to be able to walk in, the footsteps of my grandparents and great-grandparents, because no one in my family has ever been over there, and I went over there, and that was the reason for going, is to go to Penedomo. This meant a lot, going back to Italy and being there. I mean, I was actually standing on the doorstep, my great-grandparents, their doorstep, my grandfather's parents, their doorstep.
That's a trip of a lifetime.
It's just amazing. I'm ready to go back.
Well, before you go back, can we go in the kitchen and make bruschetta next?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for having Tasting the Tri-State here.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Stay tuned. Dan is going to make his bruschetta next on Tasting the Tri-State at DiLegges.
Hi, I'm Charlie McMahon with McMahon Exterminating. McMahon Exterminating has been solving your pest problems since 1972. Most likely you've seen our McMahon trucks all over Evansville and vicinity. At McMahon Exterminating, we can help you with those pesky ant problems, those odorous house ants that seem to be around the kitchen sink. Call McMahon Exterminating today at 812-475-1100 or visit us on the web at McMahonExterminating.com. Remember, who can help with all your pest control needs?
McMahon can!
Since 1953, F.T. Kelly & Sons in Evansville has kept the tri-state swimming with custom in-ground pools. If you can dream it, F.T. Kelly can build it. Get a free estimate on how F.T. Kelly can change your life with the pool of your dreams, along with pool supplies, full-service openings, closings, repairs, and replacements. Your family will love F.T. Kelly & Sons grills, spas, and accessories too. For 3 generations, F.T. Kelly & Sons Evansville, East and West. Ellington Fine Cabinetry is the standard for quality craftsmanship. At Ellington Fine Cabinets, they take pride in taking care of their customers with a welcoming spirit and attention to detail. Customers are treated like family at Ellington. With 40 years of experience, you'll get the best in quality craftsmanship. All the wood cabinets are made right here in the tri-state and are custom made to fit your space and your style. Visit the Ellington showroom at 101 North Governor and let your dreams begin with Ellington Fine Cabinetry.
Oh, I was struggling just to keep up with my kids. Now I can run and play with them.
I'm off my cholesterol and blood pressure medications, making my annual checkup a whole lot less nerve-wracking.
My attitude and outlook is so much more positive. A good workout is like therapy for me.
I want to be there for my family and my children. I think they'd like me sticking around a little longer.
It's not about what you lose. It's about what you gain at Bob's Gym.
Frost Insulators, Local 37, yeah. They insulate the USA, and they're trained to know just how. Industrial insulation, Insulators got it down. I use the ones that know the job. They keep it green and never stop. Best at what they do in this town. They're the Insulators.
Not sure if you can trust your cooling system to handle the extreme this season? Then it's high time to outfit your home with a brand that generations have recognized for extreme rugged reliability. Your indoor outfitter has a selection of Coleman home comfort products that keeps you cool on those hot and muggy days ahead and saves energy with environmentally friendly performance.
Go to ColemanAC.com for a dealer near you. That's ColemanAC.com, your indoor outfitter. The Good Samaritan Home is independently owned and operated and offers residential living and Alzheimer's care.
The Good Samaritan Home is more than just a job because for me, caring for my residents is a privilege. It's like caring for my own family. Over time, the residents become a part of your life. There's nothing like the feeling of a resident hugging you to remind you how awesome it is to work here.
The Good Samaritan Home is a non-for-profit healthcare ministry affiliated with United Church of Christ. Call or visit goodsamhome.org. Welcome back to Tasting the Tri-State. I don't know about you, but I could live on Dan Dilegge's bruschetta.
Okay, we're gonna make the Dilegge's famous bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
With a real Italian.
Fresh tomato bruschetta. And what we're going to use are Roma tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is pour that first. See that white in there and that pulp?
Yes.
Take that right on out of there.
And the reason why we're removing the insides of the
tomato.
tomato.
That's kind of mealy. It's mealy. It's not a desirable part. Okay. And then all you want to do, I'm going to let you do this.
Okay. Wow.
And just dice those up like that.
Yes, sir. And you've been cooking for how long?
60 years. I burned myself when I was about 5 years old. So we got the hard part done here, and that's dicing up those tomatoes. And
fresh grown basil.
Fresh grown basil in February. And we make this pesto sauce here that we use at the restaurant.
From basil that's grown in your
right,
in the raised bed garden
in the raised
outside?
bed garden out there. And this is the pesto, and it has it already has fresh oregano in it and fresh basil in it. It has pine nuts in it and has some Parmesan cheese in it. So those are all ingredients you want to use. It has a little bit of pepper in it. We're going to add some more. So we're just going to put that in there.
I've never made fresh bruschetta in my life. I've eaten it quite a bit, but this is cool. And this was previously made in frozen pesto.
Right.
So how do you keep the green color in the pesto? It's interesting because sometimes it browns.
That's a God thing.
It is a God thing. For sure. Mine always turns brown if I freeze it for some reason.
You know, I have talked to some people that actually take it and put it like in ice cube trays and do it that way. You know, we put it in containers. Okay, so we've already got a little bit of garlic in there, but we're going to add a little bit more chopped garlic because you can never use too much garlic.
Absolutely, is just what I was going to say.
And why don't you stir that there? And what I have here is feta cheese, and it's a crumbly, kind of a dry, crumbly cheese, and you just put as much in there as you.
Wow.
Now we got some fresh bread here.
Yes. Okay.
That what we want to do.
Clear your little space here.
Is, and I'm going to let you do this now.
Okay.
Because you take that. Here's a clean spoon. Take some of that garlic butter.
Okay.
And I want you to butter that bread, one side of that bread.
Okay.
And this is a nice, chewy,
crusty kind of loaf.
And it's nice and chewy on the inside.
And this is herbs and a little salt, and a little butter, garlic.
Yeah, it's we make our own garlic butter that we put on bread, serve it with every meal. So what I want to do is stick that in the oven.
This by itself first.
And it'll take about 3 minutes to toast.
Okay.
So
let's do it.
Want to do it?
Great. The moment of truth. The real Italian, authentic bruschetta.
Bruschetta. You probably want to take just a little sprig
That
there like
is
that, you know. Throw that on there. And
real live Italian
bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta. Pretty good. Need some wine to wash that down with?
That's Italian.
Make sure you join the Tasting Club at tastingthetristate.com. You could win dinner for two at DiLegges. Chicken piccata is coming up with a special cook.